Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So today we're taking a look at another set of wireless headphones. So these are just a sort of budget headphone. These are on-ear headphones. These are TX8s. These once again were sent out to me by an Amazon seller. I wasn't paid or anything for this particular video. All I was sent was the actual unit, and I was just asked to check them out and basically just make a video on it with my thoughts. So I thought we'll do a quick unboxing, and then later in the video I'll give you a sort of review in terms of what my thoughts are. So in terms of the unboxing, we do have the headphones themselves. You then have this little section. You then have a bag of some goodies. So you have a charging cable, which is USB-C, and then you also have a actual headphone jack cable as well. So this is TRS to TRRS by the looks of it. I'll give you a better look at that a little later. Alongside that, you have a warranty card, and then you do have some paperwork as well, just telling you how to set it up and everything. Okay, first thing we'll do is we'll take a look at the headphones themselves. So yeah, as you can see, they are folding. They don't come with any type of carrying case or anything like that. These are under £25. That's the actual listed price, and depending on discounts and any promotion codes or anything like that, you might even be able to pick these up even cheaper. So they're not expensive headphones basically. So yeah, you're not going to be getting loads with them. Just taking a look inside this particular bag. So I didn't actually bother opening this, but yeah, it just looks like a standard sort of USB-A to USB-C charging cable. And then you do have a TRS to TRRS cable by the looks of it. It does look like it has an inline microphone and sort of call, accept and decline sort of option, and it is braided as well, so hopefully it should be tangle free as well. I haven't actually used it with the cable because basically I never use anything cabled anymore. So whilst I appreciate some people out there might want this for particular use cases, it's not something that I'm really that interested in. I may do a test just to see if these can be used in passive mode using my MacBook or something like that, but obviously my iPhone doesn't have a headphone jack, so it'd kind of be going around using dongles and all sorts to try and get this thing hooked up. Taking a look at the headphones themselves, so on this side you can see the actual sort of interaction. So you do have the power button, you have volume up, volume down, and then you have the mode button. The mode button is basically for this SD card slot, so you can insert an SD card directly into it and play your music directly using just the headphones themselves. That would be good for anybody that just wants these, maybe if they go jogging or something like that and they just want to wear these whilst they're out. And then you have the charging port as well as the headphone jack just there. You do have a rubber gasket, so hopefully that bit should be kind of weather sealed, but I would not recommend getting these wet because yeah, whilst it all has a very soft touch rubber feel to it, build quality is pretty good. I wouldn't really trust something like this to be weather sealed. Yeah, so I wouldn't really want to be getting them too wet. So I have already been testing these for a few days now, and my initial thoughts are, whilst the sound quality and everything about them is fine, it's all pretty good for the price point they're in. So bass wise they're okay. Treble can distort a little high end, and mids are a little lacking, but overall it's a pretty decent soundstage for basically the price you're paying. However, one issue that I actually had for me personally is that this top headband is very uncomfortable for me. I just can't use these for any sort of longer period, simply because it just, when it rests on your head, it just presses into my head far too much. I tried expanding these out quite a bit, but because these are on ear as opposed to being over ear, you can't just clasp these to the sides of your head and wear them like that. You do have to kind of rest these on your head at the same time, and for me this top band just doesn't have enough support. It's got a sort of cushioned, probably filled with foam as well, just in there, but there's not enough. The material itself, as I said, everywhere on it, apart from these sort of gold accents, everything else on it feels pretty nice. Everything is soft touch. You've not got any real shiny sort of plasticky areas that you normally get. Everything creak wise There's no sort of really cheap creaking. Even the headband adjustment just there is pretty responsive, and it's not loose, it's not rattling about. Overall build quality is pretty good. For me personally, I just couldn't find these comfortable enough to actually be able to wear them for any type of prolonged period. During my testing, I did try it with various different things. So no, you don't have any type of noise cancellation or anything like that with these. You do get a little bit of isolation with the ear cups themselves, but because they are on ear as opposed to being over ear, they will perform differently depending on the size of your ears, simply because obviously it will always leave a little bit of a gap, but it does give you a little bit of isolation. For the period I used them for roughly a couple of hours in a row, and probably within about 5-10 minutes I was actually starting to find that this top band was actually hurting the top of my head, but I kind of prolonged through it just to do all my testing. I did try it with music, I tried it with some TV shows, some movies, Apple TV Plus content as well, just to see what better quality content actually sounds like. And overall it's okay, I would say. For the price point, the sound quality, it's fine. It's not going to blow you away with sound quality, but for under £25 I don't think you can really moan too much. Battery wise, they were actually really good. For I think it was about 2.5 maybe 3 hours in total that I actually had these on, and the battery percentage, I believe they came around about 95%. I charged them up to 100, and I think they only dropped down to about 90% in that period. So battery wise they're okay, considering our periods I literally just left them on and just had them on the side, as well as obviously having stuff playing to them. You can trick them into playing when they're not actually on your head. I believe it does have a built-in sensor to detect when they're being worn and when they're not, and it can be tricked into basically playing whilst they're off, so obviously you can test for sound leakage and things like that. But overall I'd say that they're fine. For the price point, I think they're a pretty decent option, and in comparison to the ones that I've tested previously, I think these are probably the best sort of budget headphones I've actually tested so far. I think these are probably the best budget on-ear headphones. These would probably be my bet for anybody out there that's looking for just a cheap set of on-ear headphones that will give them some decent sound. As long as you have hair, this top band might not be as uncomfortable as it is for me. Obviously my hair being almost completely gone means that this is probably a bit more uncomfortable for me than it would be for some of you guys out there. But yeah, for me personally, I just couldn't live with this top headband. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this particular product. If you do have any questions, just drop them down in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe and also hit the bell icon. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload any new videos. And until the next one, thanks very much for watching.